everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Melinda with Tailored and Teal, and I'm a reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. Today I have a what sold video for you, and these are sales from May 16th through the 31st. Now I do have quite a bit of sales, so I will be going through these items relatively fast. As always, I will put a picture up either here or here, wherever I decide, probably over here because I have more room today. And so that way you get to see the item that actually sold. So starting on Mercari, I had 5 sales. First up is an Anthropologie Mave pasture tie front tank top. This was an online arbitrage item that I purchased from Anthropologie's website. They were doing really good clearance and it sold for $20. Then I have a 3-pack of Nostalgia Vanilla Sugar-Free Ice Cream that I purchased at Walmart a long time ago, and they were on clearance as well. Thankfully, they didn't expire until October of this year, and the 3 of them sold for $9. Then we have a Carol's Daughter Almond Milk Hair Mask. This was part of a liquidation lot, and it sold for $9. And we have a vintage Skip-Bo game. This was given to me for Christmas, but I already have the game Skip-Bo. And this was actually a vintage version. It was from 1998, I think, and it was never played. So I asked my mom if she minded if I put it up online, and she said, nope, go right ahead. So someone purchased it for $15. Then the last thing that sold on Mercari was men's Speedo brand Rio swim trunks. This had a black and white flag pattern, and they sold for $15. So total on Mercari, I made $68 in sales. Mercari only takes 10%, so it's $6.80 in fees. I gave out no shipping discounts or free shipping, and so that gives me a total of $61.20 in total sales, and that's $13.60 in average sales price. Moving on to Poshmark. Poshmark, I had 18 sales, which is quite an improvement from the past couple of videos. I'm in kind of a weird angle this time, so I have my laptop down here, so if you see me looking this way, that's why. All right, so first we have a pair of cool gray Bandita convertible nylon hiking or outdoors pants. These were from ThredUp, and I found them in their assorted brands clearance. So I purchased them, and they sold for $25. Then we have a new with tags Gap maternity black eyelet tie waist dress. I purchased this and 4 other dresses and a pair of boots from someone on Poshmark that was pretty much giving them away for very cheap. So I purchased them all in a lot, and this one sold for $25. And I believe that was full asking price. Then we have a new with tags mud dusty rose floral adjustable baseball hat. This was a Kohl's retail arbitrage that sold for $10. Then there's a pair of the North Face gray cotton cropped capri pants. These were a size 10. These were given to me for free. They were not a newer style, so someone sent me an offer for $12 and I accepted. Then there is a bundle. I gotta click on the bundle because I forget what the other item is. The first item is an express metallic Swiss dot lace peplum blouse, and then a Banana Republic denim pinstripe boyfriend blazer, which I got in my most recent ThredUp denim rescue box. And these 2 items sold together in a bundle for $27 and no shipping discount. Then we have a pair of American Eagle distressed denim cutoff shorts. These were a size 4. They were a longer length, but still distressed. I thought that they would go rather quickly, but they kind of set for a little while, but I did accept an offer of $14. Then we have a Wallflower pink waffle knit flamingo high-low top. I've had this top for over a year, so I was happy to see it go for $10. Then there is a Nike dry fit tank top. This was in a really pretty striped coral color, and it sold for $13. Next was a Vineyard Vines blue pieced poncho eyelet cover-up. I had this listed for $50, I believe. I went back and forth with the buyer a little bit, and we decided on $25. Obviously, I would have liked to got more, but sometimes you just gotta take it and move on. And that's what I've been doing a lot these days, actually. Kind of taking any sale as long as I make a profit and it's not like giving away the item for free, I'll take it. Then we have a pair of Chico's white utility ankle pant with an elastic waist. These sold for $13. Then a pair of horny toed purple athletic hiking shorts. These were size 8, great condition, and they sold for $18. Then we have a John Galt Brandy Melville, because they're the same company or sister company or something like that. Because anytime you type in the word John Galt, Brandy Melville comes up. So they must be related somehow. This romper had a very small hole in the crotch of it, so I did disclose that, and it sold for $12. Then there was a pair of the North Face Beige Horizon nylon hiking shorts. These sold for $20. I had a lot of shorts sell, and I had a lot of North Face things sell, so not bad. Then we have a Zara knit oversized alpaca blend red cozy sweater. And as you can see from the photo, I modeled this one because on the hanger it looked terrible. It was very, very oversized, very chunky knit. So I did model it, and it sold for $17. All right, so the next sale was interesting. I got my ThredUp shoebox, and I started to list those items, and I cleaned up the Converse pink shoes really, really nice. I listed them on Saturday morning, and someone sent me an offer within an hour or two for $20, and I quickly accepted. I think I originally had them listed at $30, but for, a quick turnaround like that, and I'm still making triple my profit, absolutely, you can have it. And there's an Ann Taylor Loft Beach striped strappy halter dress. This has been in my death pile forever, and the only thing that it needed was to be washed, essentially. So I took care of it, and it sold for $16, and it sold relatively quickly too. Then we have a faux leather tan elastic stretch sunflower belt. This had a lobster claw on the front. It was really unique. I've never seen anything like it. Almost like it was handmade even, but it sold for $16. And then the last thing was another pair of North Face women's Apex brown board shorts, and these sold for $20. So of my 18 sales, I made $313 in sales, $66.45 in fees. So I gave out 0 shipping discounts. I'm telling you, the bundle feature works. So instead of sending someone an offer with discounted shipping, unless you want to give away $2.12 out of your own profit, go right ahead. It might entice the person with that discounted shipping, absolutely. But give the bundle feature a try. Put their like in a bundle, send them a good enough discount so that you don't need to offer that extra additional discount of the shipping, and see what happens. I mean, I made 18 sales. Most of these were me bundling an item for them and sending them a discount. So just give it a whirl. Let me know how things go for you. I'd love to hear. All right, so back to the numbers. So after fees and everything and no shipping discounts, I made a total of $246.55 with an average sales price of $17.39. All right, moving on to eBay. So eBay, I had 32 sales, and one of which was a bundle. So I'm gonna go through these a little bit rapid fire just because we have a lot to get through, and I don't want this video to be like 45 minutes long. So first up, we have a Rag & Bone silk vertical striped skirt. This sold for $50. This was an online arbitrage through ThredUp. I think ThredUp was giving like 50% off a code one weekend, so I found this. This was actually in a cover-up section, and it was not a cover-up. So it sold for $50. Then we have a pair of Hollister dark indigo wash stretch juniors jeans, size 7. These were in my ThredUp denim rescue box, my most recent one, and they sold for $10. Then we have a Gap khakis by Gap blue floral shorts. These were in excellent condition, great size 10, and they sold for $14. Then there's a Lane Bryant mint green floral ruffle sleeve, 3/4 sleeve blouse. This was a size 18-20, and it sold for $15.50. Then there's a pack of 2-pack of Pantene Expert Collection Advanced Keratin Repair Split End Fuser. So I picked these up at the Christmas tree shop for super, super cheap. and they sold for $10.19. And the person messaged me and said, "Thank you so much for accepting my offer. My wife has been looking all over for these items and I can't find them." So they turned to eBay and there they were. Then there's a vintage 1991 15th annual Big Boy Classic Hanes Beefy t-shirt. This t-shirt had some issues. It had some staining. It had maybe a few small holes. I wasn't looking to get much out of it, and I accepted an offer for $5. It was single stitch. I probably could have gotten more now that I know more about vintage t-shirts from Rally Roots. If you aren't watching them, you should definitely give them a chance. They have a lot of knowledge, and but I was just looking to get it out of my house, so off it went. Then there is a Gap Factory green and white floral lace cap sleeve blouse. This was from my own closet that I wore maybe a handful of times, and it sold for $7. Then there's a new in-box Franklin Mint heirloom advertising country store doll, and this was the Dutch Paint Boy. So my uncle, who has passed away, collected a whole bunch of these dolls from Franklin Mint. It was like a whole set of them. So my mom asked me if I could do anything with them, and I said, sure, I can try. And then they sat in my death pile for months because I honestly just didn't want to deal with them. So one Saturday afternoon, I took 3 hours and I took pictures of all of them, and I've been listing them over time. So this one sold for $10. Super, super cheap, I know, but they aren't worth that much, and I was just looking to get them out. So off it went to their new home. Oh, and the lady told me that she was a collector, so it made me feel good that it was going to a good home. Then we have a pair of Caslon navy blue boyfriend twill chino pants. These were a size 12. These came in my ThredUp mixed lot box, and they sold for $10. Then we have a lot of 7 vintage necklaces. Some of them were repaired, some of them were broken. They were from my grandmother's jewelry box, and I accepted an offer of $20 for that. I did have them listed individually, but they weren't getting a lot of bites. So after I sold off quite a bit of her jewelry, I just decided to put it all into a necklace lot, and it worked out. Then there is an Athleta Bodega black A-line skirt. This sold for $14.50. Another Athleta item. This was a ThredUp arbitrage or from their outlet center that I purchased. This was a Running Wild taped long sleeve shirt. It did have a very, very small hole in it, and that was because I removed a snag and then the hole was created. I did disclose that, and it sold for full asking price of $20.99. Then we have a new in-box Anthropologie monogram agate coaster, letter F, and I did not give free shipping away this time. I made the customer pay for it, and it sold for $10. Then there is a new with tags vintage Southwest Canyon. That was the brand name. Elastic waist crinkle maxi skirt. This was a size 2X, and it had these really cool like metal silver medallions all over it, and it sold for $25. Next is an Urban Outfitters Staring at Stars Aztec Southwest embroidered dress. This was a size 8, really nice condition, would be perfect for the summer, and it sold for $15. Another item that was in my death pile forever that literally just needed to be washed, a pair of Ann Taylor Loft black and white floral elastic weight shorts, 100% rayon. They had some marks on them. They weren't in the best condition, but they still sold, and they sold for $11. So if you have things listed in your death pile and you don't know what to do with them, just list them and see what happens. You would be very surprised in what people buy. All right, next is a lot of vintage Avon Victorian closet pomanders. These were my mom's. She had them for decoration in her bathroom, and she decided that she didn't want them anymore, and I just put them up on eBay to see what would happen. They did get a lot of interest, actually, and they sold for $11. And the feedback from the person said, "Thank you so much. They're so cute. I can't wait to hang them in my closet." Next is a lot of bras. These were Underscore, which that was the brand. A lot of 2 underwire bras. These were size 40C. There was a nude and there was a like off-white or ivory color, and they sold for $15.99. That was full asking price too. Then there's a lot of 2 Clean and Clear Lemon Slices exfoliating pads. I've had these in a liquidation lot for a very long time, so I was happy to see them go for $13.99. And the lady who bought it said, "Thank you so much. I love these things, and anytime I see them, I purchase them." So hopefully she's getting good use out of them. Then there's a Nordstrom BP V-neck short sleeve medium, size medium gray t-shirt. And this had a questionable area that could have been a stain, but I wasn't sure, so I listed it pretty low and I accepted an offer of $8. Then there is a new with tags Gap soft spun oversized bell sleeve blouse. This thing was so soft. It was a size small, but it was definitely oversized and roomy, and it sold for $15. Then there is a B-Works Buyer California. So that's the brand, B-Works Buyer California. I think it's vintage, just going off of the tag. It was a black satin braided strap fitted tank top, size medium, and it sold for $14.99. Then we have an Ann Taylor Loft vintage soft strawberry print short sleeve blouse. These were blue strawberries and it was a super cute print, and it sold for $9. Next is a J. Crew 100% silk flutter sleeve blouse. It had black cherries all over it. It did have some staining that I didn't see in the thrift store, so I spent some time getting those stains out, and it sold for $20. Then there is a Cynthia Rowley black and white floral circle skirt. This had pockets, and it was a great size large. It sold for $19.99, which was full asking price, and I got feedback from the customer, and she said, "I love this skirt." It's always nice to get feedback like that. It doesn't happen all the time, but when you get it, it's like, it makes your job feel fulfilled in a way. All right, so the next 2 items were interesting, and this is my bundle. So it was 2 Big Bob's items, which I'm almost done with. So first in the bundle was a vintage green Big Bob yo-yo toy, and also 6 laminated placemats that had a secret maze on it, so kids would have something to do when they were waiting their food in the restaurant. And a person from Canada sent me offers on both of these items. I accepted them, and then I was going to lot them together and send them a final invoice so that I could combine the shipping. Well, the customer just went ahead and paid for both and paid for shipping for both items. So what I did is I combined both of them, and I just put shipping for the 2 items, and then I actually refunded him the lowest amount of shipping because the placemats were large and they were long, so they had to fit in a longer box, so it did cost more. So I refunded the customer for the cost of the yo-yo. So I couldn't morally accept someone paying double shipping. And I mean, this customer paid like $12 in shipping for the yo-yo and almost $20 in shipping for the placemat. So that was over $32 they would have been paying. I just couldn't see that. So I refunded them, and all is well. Then we have a lot of Disney Resorts H2O and Sea Marine shampoo conditioner lot. This came from the resort down in Disney, and I got this at a yard sale actually for 50 cents, and it sold for $6. I know it's not a huge profit, but I couldn't 100% guarantee that they weren't used, at least the bottles. The soap bars, I knew that obviously they weren't opened, so I did accept that offer of $6, and I still made triple my original investment, so I'm okay with it. And then we have a pair of Clark's Artisan Dalen Hill Maroon Comfort Shoes. These sold for full asking price of $39.99. Then there's a J. Crew Factory Black Scallop Hem Winnie Cropped Pants, and if you watched my last ThredUp hauling that I got, I purchased these, and they sold within a few hours, I think, actually, for $15. That was exciting. Then there is a vintage Sandy Lion Raggedy Ann super giant sticker. This thing was like this big, of Raggedy Ann holding some balloons, and it sold for $4.99. That also sold within a few hours, which is interesting. An old sticker. I couldn't even guarantee that it was still sticky because it was still stuck to the original pages, but off it went. Then there is a THML halter choker embroidered maxi dress. That was a lot of keywords in there. This thing was beautiful, and I'm surprised that it did take this long to sell, but it finally did sell for $18.99. Then there's an LL Bean soft purple watercolor casual A-line dress. This would have been perfect for traveling or you know, like hiking or doing something athleisure wise, and it sold for $12. And lastly, we have a new inbox Barack Obama President Inauguration Collector Doll from Franklin Mint. Barack sold for $65, and I believe that was an offer that I sent the customer. The shipping was a lot because it was an oversized item. It was pretty heavy as well, but off it went, and I got great feedback. They said perfect transaction, exactly as described, and they really enjoyed it. So, yay, we're done. Okay, so for eBay, we had $535.11 in sales, $69.19 in eBay fees. Keep in mind, I don't share my PayPal fees because what I pay for shipping pretty much evens out the PayPal fee and kind of cancels each other out there. And of course, I don't include my subscription fees either because those come out quarterly or monthly or statemently. Honestly, I'm not even sure when they come out because it seems like it's so sporadic sometimes. All right, so then that gives me a total of $465.92 in sales after the fees taken out. And that gives me a total of $916.11. Fees were $142.44. Zero shipping discounts or free shipping, giving me a total of $773.67. And as a reminder, I do not share my individual cost per items unless I'm doing a haul, and I'll tell you exactly what I paid for it, but you know that I pay anywhere from free, basically, up to about $6 to $7 per item. So you can kind of gauge it from there. So thank you so much for joining me on this What Sold video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I do put these out every 2 weeks. If for some reason I start to get an influx of more sales on eBay or Poshmark, I might separate the 2 videos just because for time's sake and for editing sake, these actually take a long time to edit, but I'm happy to do it. So they might be looking different in the future, but if you liked what you watched, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I do put out content at least once a week. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.